This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously at all. I'm just sharing my own opinions, not facts, off publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, or disparaging comments. This is for entertainment purposes only. What's up, y'all? This is not your average reaction. I'm just a guy who likes to react to health and fitness stuff, usually girl world. Today, I want to catch up on Amber's most recent crash outs due to her aunt, I guess, exposing her, for lack of a better word. She went on live 2 or 3 times, the aunt did, with Jordy, and is seemingly exposing her for either things we already know about Amber or possibly new things. Besides Amber, I did see a couple of titles this morning about Foodie Beauty.
Giddy up, crackers!
Being like super sick and God, what were those titles? Oh my god. Oh yeah, so Garlic Bread's title, I haven't watched more than 30 seconds of it, is Chantal admits Julia got out, Salah lost his job and gets frustrated with her health. So I mean that is a wild title, very juicy, very excited to see what's going on over there. In Foodie's live just last night, she actually mentioned Julia, which I think is really interesting. She didn't have the cam on, but she was like, "Come here, Julia," and then like was like, "What? You don't want to see your mom, even though she's been gone for a week or whatever?" And if that was just a ploy, like I don't even think anyone was asking about Julia. Like she just did that for like preemptive cover if Julia is lost. You know, I haven't watched the video, so. I got my kombucha. Get yours too. I'm gonna try to get through both videos today, so it's gonna be a long one. Grab your washcloths.
That quite neat.
All that good stuff. 1.5 speed. Let's get it.
I'm so much better than the majority of you.
Amber's Aunt Tammy is back in the spotlight after posting some shady things to her YouTube account. Remember this Aunt Tammy?
And I get a message from some woman on Facebook. I mean, back in the day on MySpace, sorry. Saying, "Oh my god, I found you, oh my god."
I think I actually recently reacted to Amber's apology video to Tammy like years ago. I believe it was the one where she's like, "This video is so raw, you guys."
This video is so raw, you guys.
So yeah, this Tammy has been a hot topic for a while, it seems.
Like, it was my aunt, which is my mom's sister. I messaged them back so fucking quickly. Like, we started talking, and I was in foster care at the time, and like I told my social worker about it, and she's like, "Oh my god, you need to go visit them." And I'm like, I did. When I was 17, I met my cousins, and I met my aunt, and like we were all finally close. And I was like, okay, I'm 18, I'm out of foster care, I want to live with you guys. And so I went to go live with my aunt, and here I am now, 25 years old. I don't understand something. My aunt has completely stopped talking to me. She blocked me on Facebook, blocked me on her cell phone, blocked my number completely. And the reasoning is because I'm fat. I'm not kidding. I know that sounds bad, saying it like that.
It's not because she's fat.
But the truth is, it's because I'm fat.
Then Tammy
I'm pretty sure at this time, Aunt Tammy was also overweight, so just that don't make no sense, y'all.
to Kiwi Farms to deny these allegations and to share the real reasons she cut ties with her niece. So then Amber decided to make a video confessing to all her lies, which included the lie about her aunt.
And I feel like I need to kind of admit to some things that I have lied about. When I uploaded a video about how my aunt...
This video is so raw, you guys.
doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat. I ended up talking to her regarding that video. I had no idea they were gonna see it. I had no idea my aunt even watched my YouTube anymore. I have, mental issues that cause, me to be bigger. And I kind of wanted to ignore all that and just be like, oh, my aunt doesn't talk to me because I'm fat. I just thought it would be easier. I pushed her away because of just who I am and how I am as a person. And that's the truth.
Well, she's back, and she's being shady all over Facebook, with lots of posts about karma, and having receipts. And she's been all over YouTube, and has even gone as far as contacting Emily and...
The thing is, so far, besides like exposing Amber for like blackmailing her, besides that, and it's like we don't even have like hardcore proof it's real. We just know that Amber's a liar, and we're more likely to believe Tammy. But you still gotta keep in mind that I think Amber's entire family is pretty psychotic.
posted their conversation. Tammy messages Emily and says, I have stayed quiet for as long as I wish. I seen you for what you were from the very beginning. I tried to warn Amber and my sister. You all will get the karma you deserve. Hell has a special place reserved for people like you. Emily says, I'm assuming you're Amber's aunt? You literally know nothing about me. Leave me alone. Then Tammy calls Emily out for being a feeder, tells her it should be a crime, and tells her to leave Amber alone before she unalives her too. Emily.
Yeah, what's y'all's opinion on this? Like, the whole feederism thing throws me because, I guess partially it is a consent. That's the word I'm looking for from both parties to like do something like this, but it's still so morbid. And like, I kind of feel like the feeder is taking advantage of the feedee's emotionally unwell, like mental state. And yeah, they're taking advantage of that and getting her bigger. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. And it seems like it has something to do with kind of like power play, right? Like a dominant and a submissive person. So I can kind of see how if Emily is into the whole like embarrassing people thing, like this could totally be just like a whole part of her fantasy or whatever, which if that's the case, then we're all feeding right into it, y'all, right?
Accuses Tammy of believing internet rumors and says she's no different than the haters. Tammy lets Emily know she's one of the reasons she and Amber don't speak anymore and tells her to go raise her daughter. Emily repeats that Aunt Tammy is just believing stupid internet rumors. In her YouTube comments, she also says Amber.
It's like, the thing is, I'm sure I really haven't watched that. I think just like a hardcore hater channel that's just like taking everything that these people say and just blowing it way out of proportion. Most of the time, people are saying, this is what this looks like, this is my opinion on stuff. And yeah, that's just how it goes usually.
Story about saving her brother's life when the blinds cord was wrapped around his neck is true, but she also says Amber's self-diagnosis, lies constantly, exaggerates stories to get attention, and says there's so much she could say. She's just looking for a channel to spill the tea to. Amber's chronically online, so of course she immediately went on YouTube Live, reacted to all of this, and tried to set the record straight.
Before I moved here, it was like 2 months before I moved here, my mom and my aunt, who are sisters, so Mama Lynn and my aunt, I'm just gonna call her Tammy because I feel disgust. Like I used to call her auntie, but literally she's nothing to me. She's nothing to me. So Mama Lynn and Tammy got in a fight 2 months before I got here. Not a physical fight, but like an argument. And it was a big enough argument that my mom was genuinely hurt. My mom does not even like her own sister. My mom does not like her own sister. So I ended up coming here, and my aunt did come over the first day I was here. It was even while Feline was still here. So she met Feline, the whole nine. So I moved here at the beginning of October. I didn't end up seeing my aunt again until like.
And I don't know if this was mentioned or not, but in both of these lives, like Amber wasn't planning to go live. These were impromptu, if that's the correct word. And it was a reaction to, oh Lordy, it's Jordy, going live and then inviting Tammy the aunt to speak in the live. And it's like Jordy was like live, from what I understand, for quite some time before she got on the show. And Amber got on pretty quickly once she realized that Tammy was about to come on. It took Jordy a hot minute to actually get Tammy on the mic because like Tammy didn't have Instagram and Jordy didn't have Facebook and that kind of crap. But so it gave Amber quite a lot of time to react, and she's just trying to get in front of it so that she can push her narrative.
Thanksgiving. So it was almost 2 months later. Finally, in February of 2024, I sent her a picture of me and her from Thanksgiving, and I was just like, love you, miss you. And all she did was heart it, and she never responded. And I think I took that as a hint. I was like, okay, so we're doing this thing where we're gonna be mad at Amberlynn because she came from Mama Lynn's womb. Like, my aunt and my mom were having the dramatics. My aunt and my mom were having the beef. My aunt and my mom were going through it. Like, it had nothing to do with me. So I didn't hear from my aunt at all. My aunt has no idea who Emily is. My aunt has never heard of Emily. I have not spoken to my aunt since February 2024. I met Emily June 2024. So please remember that. Literally the end of June 2024. So I have not seen my aunt. I have not talked to my aunt about Emily. None of my family has met Emily besides my grandma and my mom. So today, my mom calls me. She was like, do you see what's happening? When I found out, my jaw was on the ground. So my aunt's been like doing some weird stuff, trying to reach out to Snowflake, and like, I don't know, out of literal nowhere. What happened was, my aunt literally saw me in depressed in my live stream, hyperventilating, anxiety, crying about Emily, literally heartbroken, and my aunt literally sat there and said, how do I make this worse? I messaged her. I took the hint. I sent her a picture of her and I, February of 2024, and I said, miss you and love you, and she did not respond. I took the hint. But I messaged her today, this is what I said. My mom messaged her too today. I was like, what are you doing? My aunt popped off some wild, like, unhinged, like, narrative that isn't even real. Like, genuinely, like, I'm scared to my aunt. She almost sounds like she's, like, not fully sober. Like, that's how it seems to me. Like, the things that she's saying is just, like, no, the craziest thing I've ever seen. So I reached out to her today, and I said, I'm reaching out because I truly don't understand what's going on. We've already talked through it and forgiven each other for anything that happened years and years ago. Since I've been in Oklahoma, I have done nothing to you, yet you've chosen to ignore me because of an argument you and my mom are both going through, which has absolutely nothing to do with me at all. I went to Thanksgiving a couple years ago and thought everything was fine, but to my surprise, you decided to outcast me, and because of the issue you and my mom are dealing with. I'm not the type to take sides. Now you're going online making negative comments about me. There's
like no way I would probably be able to understand her right now if the subtitles weren't on.
And my ex. You see how much I've been struggling lately via my live streams. You've seen the PM in. Because my aunt, like, she's known for watching every single thing I post online, which is already really weird. And instead of offering kindness, you decided to make it worse. Her response was, funny how you reach out now, but not for the last 2 years. Goodbye, Amber. I responded and said, I did reach out. You didn't respond. Since Thanksgiving of 2023, every time we spoke, it was because I messaged you first. Then you stopped responding altogether in February 2024. What was I to do with that? I could take a hint. Your aunt is feeling about it all out on you. Huh? Where at? We can do a live reaction on Jordy's live.
Okay, so obviously she's trying to say that I'm mentally unstable.
You are mentally unstable, love. You are mentally unstable. We're both cut from the same cloth.
Aren't we all in one way or another?
The difference is,
A lot of people right now are basically just saying that Tammy might just be another Amber, and they just might be, you know.
I'm not sitting here going online and being, or actually ignoring my niece for no reason because I'm in an argument with her mother.
So I have my day, I have my diagnoses, I have my labels, but I am mentally sound. The total, absolute grossness of this feeder era, I just can't.
Feeder era? My aunt is literally saying feeder era.
The final straw really has been building up, and I've been saying it, it's coming, you've been
What else is it?
can only hold back so much. You know,
You don't know me.
I'm human at the end of the day.
I'm human at the end of the day.
My sister
Me
and
too.
Amber have done me extremely wrong over the last 2 years, and
My sister and Amber have done me extremely wrong in the last 2 years. Can I show the pic of us? Yes, of course I can. There we are. Miss you and love you. And she never responded. And that's when I took the hint. And that's what I sent her today.
I've seen every single video she's ever put out. I have tried to be a good aunt to Amber.
You never tried to be a good aunt to me, love. Here I am in the flesh trying to be a good niece for you. And
It's very, I mean, y'all probably already know this, you know, the whole Darvo thing, but she likes to just take whatever accusation is pushed onto her and just flip it onto other people. So here, you know, she was like, I was trying to be a good aunt to Amber, and then Amber's just like, no, you're actually bad. I was the one trying to be good. Oh, wait, did I mute it on accident? Oh my gosh. What?
and she's saying she's this, and she's saying she's this. You didn't go to her wedding because you were too big, but went to other places. Yeah, I could not go to her wedding. Yeah, I couldn't go to her wedding, and I didn't go to other places. Like, do you know how far away Kentucky is from Oklahoma? Like, I didn't go to other places. I didn't go anywhere. And do you want to know something really fucking crazy? She got married on my mom's soberversary date.
To Amber.
You never tried to be a good aunt to me, love. Here I am in the flesh trying to be a good niece for you, and she's saying she's this. You didn't go to her wedding because you were too big, but went to other places. Yeah, I could not go to her wedding. Yeah, I couldn't go to her wedding, and I didn't go to other places. Like, do you know how far away Kentucky is from Oklahoma? Like, I didn't go to other places. I didn't go anywhere. And do you want to know something really fucking crazy? She got married on my mom's soberversary date. My mom's soberversary is November 1st, and it's gonna be this year.
We may find out later in the video the truth about this, but well, first of all, you can share dates with people. That's completely okay. You know, that kind of stuff just doesn't matter. It's childish. You know what I mean? It's very, very childish. But also, the aunt had that date before the mom got sober. So the mom got married on like an anniversary day that she met or got in a relationship with this man that she's getting married to. And then after that, Amber's mom got sober coincidentally on that same day. So that whole narrative that Amber's pushing is just so dumb and stupid.
Be 10 years. My aunt got married on my mom's 7th soberversary date. Who does that?
Who gives a fuck?
Eilish, Wisconsin was a 2-hour drive. A 2-hour drive. She's mad that I didn't drive like 10 plus hours to go to her wedding because I literally couldn't at the time, especially because it was around the time where I hurt my ankle. Do you guys remember that? I was still healing from that. It was a mess. But yet I am, 15 minutes away from her now, and she never came to see me.
I have so many messages and calls and just telling her I'm not trying to replace
Me.
your mom. I'm just trying to be your person, you know? I've tried to teach her on how to diet and exercise and make good choices and
She's tried to teach me how to diet and exercise, even though she's gained all her weight back that she lost when she was doing keto. Yes, XL Hoodie Tammy had an affair. That is exactly how she met her husband, by cheating on her other husband. Yes, that is correct. Moving on.
save money. And this is even before she blew up on you.
And she says this, she says Tammy met her current husband by cheating on her ex-husband. And while that is kind of, you know, that is true, she's leaving out the fact that she was in a very dangerous relationship. A lot of people use the A word that you're not supposed to say on YouTube, mistreatment, basically. And Amber knew this and decided to threaten Tammy, the aunt, anyway, by saying, how would your husband feel if he knew that you were cheating on him? Knowing that, like, the way Tammy put it was like she was in a relationship with a man who took death to his part, like, very, very seriously. And so
Then she blew up on YouTube, and then she gets this, you know, better than everyone else mentality. She keeps all her girlfriends, every single one I have never met, even though I was the one constant in her life.
You never met them because we're in a completely different state, and you did meet Feline the day that Feline dropped me off and you came over here. All because you have bed bugs and had to get rid of every single ounce of furniture you have. You're taking it out on me. I didn't give you bed bugs. I'm almost gonna be.
And so now she's trying to deflect by making Tammy seem like she's like dirty. She's just trying to like paint a picture of Tammy being, you know, unclean. Any negative light she can shed onto Tammy, she is going to try to do right here.
35. Our drama that we have is from my mid-20s lower.
I never got to talk to any of them, of course, so she can keep her narrative straight, right? Yeah. I'm sure she had lots to say about me to each and every one.
Ooh, if the shoe fits, ma'am. If the shoe fits. What do the haters say? Don't touch the poo? Like, you're not only touching the poo, but you're licking it and eating it. Like,
I put all my sister's business out on there for years with no cost. Now talk about my mom. Things people are in her life now, but she's still badmouthing them. She's still running the narrative that she's this poor little victim. Amber had more chances than most people do. The difference is she was real.
Amber gets so pissed when she says she's not a victim. It doesn't matter in what context it's said. It makes her so mad.
From that, you know, put into foster care.
Because that's all Amber has. If Amber's not a victim, she has nothing.
Every foster care house she went into was better than I had ever dreamed of living in. You know what I mean? She had those opportunities, but she squashed them, and she never.
you don't know what I went through in my foster homes. I've shared bits and pieces of these things.
Never appreciated them. She would talk mad shit.
Because I'm allowed to think.
Me over the phone while they're in their huge house and swimming in their pool and feeding her. Never good enough.
Where am I at? I'm in a huge house with a pool getting fed? I literally feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Everyone knows my sister was in prison, right? My sister was in prison for strangling our mom in a drunken rage. She loved to spread that. Never a dime on her books. It was me every single month.
When my mom was in prison, I didn't have much money. I can definitely admit to that. Yeah, this is my mom's sister. My mom is so hurt and shocked by this. And wait until she hears like what's happening now. My mom is gonna be so hurt.
Every single month. I paid her fines with her. I visited her. I did video calls. I drove.
Why is Amber, if this is about, you know, the mom and not Amber, then why is Amber getting so upset over it?
Long distances.
When my mom was in prison, I didn't even
Why is she being sad for her mom?
like I didn't send like I wrote her this whole long thing. It was like updating her on my life, and it was like I was gonna send it. I was, but something was telling me not to. Like
when my sister was homeless on the streets, I yelled for her name at the top of my lungs for 8 solid months in very dangerous neighborhoods looking for my.
I also want to point out, I don't really notice any tears from Amber in these live streams in particular. If I were in Amber's position and I wanted to make myself look like I was as upset as possible, I would intentionally put on mascara or like eyeliner or whatever it is that runs really easily. And then when she cries and like puts her hands in her face, I would like smear and like put a bunch of heat in it so it would like look like it starts to run even though it's like really not.
Sister, I have the picture the day I found my sister. One of the happiest days of my life, but it's not even when she got well. It still took a while. It took her to go to prison. Amber loves to talk about that as the victim, even though she wouldn't even write my sister.
I am a victim. What did I do to you in the last 5 years? You're surrounded by absolute snakes. What aunt does it tell all about them on the internet? I have no idea. Not Kevin. They got in a fight 2 years ago, and since then, like, my aunt has wanted nothing to do with me, even though I have nothing to do with it.
I would beg her, write your mom. Get stamp. She won't even buy it. More, I have the text. She's not worth the 42-cent stamp. Even though Amber didn't want to help her mom ever, she always expected me to. And I did. I no longer let my sister into my home because she me over and over and over. She used drugs and alcohol in my home behind my back when I'm giving her a roof over her head and clothes on her body. And when she disrespected me the last time, I told her, you need to get out. Amber was there visiting me before my sister even got there, and we were good.
We were good because I feel like my own aunt love bombed me. I visited her when I was 17. Everything.
Do y'all remember when she said that Emily love bombed her too? Who else? I mean, did she say that anyone else love bombed her?
Was good. And then I move in when I'm 18 and then we do nothing. And it's miserable. They didn't even have enough money to get food or anything. So I went and got food stamps. And I remember I sat there and I was approved for food stamps. My aunt went crazy. That was the first time we ever like had a true big.
Honestly, we learned later that the food stamp story may not be true. But I kind of initially took this as like, if this was true, that Amber told the aunt she had food stamps and the aunt probably got irritated because Amber needs to get a fucking job, you know?
She went crazy because all I said was like, I'm glad I'm able to help because I gave her all my food stamps. My aunt is not a victim here. She's not innocent.
But because her mom was there, she wanted to get smart with me.
She kicked out my mom. And at the time, I'm 18 years old. I stuck up for my mom and I was on my mom's side. So that is the only reason why my aunt kicked me out is because I was on my mom's side.
And that's when it all began on YouTube. Amber went on that vacation. She was supposed to be gone 2 weeks. My mom kicked her out, and then we can just keep going. I've been my sister's keeper my whole entire life.
And now she's really going to hate you for this.
And yeah, I didn't want Amber anywhere near my sister to jeopardize her sobriety.
Have I jeopardized her sobriety? No.
Yes, Amber, you make your mother in the past drive you to liquor stores and to gas stations or dispensaries, wherever you get your Delta 8. She's driving you there. We know you're not driving yourself, and we know you're not Ubering. So yeah, you're putting her in a very stressful situation. You're also calling her from Wisconsin, allegedly being just manically insane, saying, your girlfriend is doing crazy stuff to you, like...
We are closer than we've ever fucking been. And it has pissed you off. It has enraged you to the point that you were verbally abusing my mom earlier today. You need help.
But me and my sister's relationship is destroyed for a whole new, a totally separate reason. Nothing to do with Amber.
No.
During these...
But it's a very complicated situation, right? So, like, Mama Lynn wants to be a yes man to Amber because she wants to have a good relationship with her daughter, for making up for lost time. And so that puts Mama Lynn in a really hard situation if she wants to actually be a good friend or a parent to Amber. She's going to have to say some stuff to her that she's not going to like. And I think at this point in life, people understand that Amber is not going to listen to anything that she does not want to hear. So there's probably not much of a point to even saying it, So I can see how... Aunt Tammy wants the best for Amber, and so she might be fighting with Amber's mom because, she's like, Amber's dating a feeder. You need to talk to your daughter, to talk some sense into her. And Mama Lynn just seems to not really care, just cares about if, Amber is doing what she wants to do in the moment or whatever, So I can see how this is this could be a very complicated situation.
2 years that I haven't talked to my sister, Amber hasn't talked to me. She has...
You guys heard what she just said, right? During this whole time?
This voice right here is in retaliation. This is from the influence of Karina Kaboom. Karina Kaboom uses a voice like this when Amber's like sad and gets her blankie. So because of Karina's influence, and Amber watches every single one of Karina's videos, Amber's just going to start talking like this too.
She hasn't spoken to me. November 25th, I asked her a question, and she replied on November 26th. December 8th, I asked her if she's okay, like, how are you? She stops responding to me. So then on December 25th said, Merry Christmas, da-da-da. She didn't even say happy birthday to me, which was after Christmas, as you guys know. And then I messaged her again, February 1st.
She said happy birthday. Oh.
Know how she likes Eric and Ricky, and they were visiting me, so I wanted to know if she wanted to meet them, and then she never communicated with me. So then that was February 21st. This was my way of saying, like, bro, like, I love and miss you, like, and she never responded. She hasn't texted me? Yes, I have. I'm literally echoing. It's crackling. It's scratchy.
I dreamt of this day. That's what you guys don't understand. I dreamt of this right here. My sister to be clean and sober. It was beyond my dreams. Beyond my...
But you ruined it. How old is she? She is emotionally immature. She's very emotionally immature. She's like in her 40s. Their aunt being paid for this.
I think the aunt says she's actually 50 or 60, so Amber's not even close.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
She used me to go check out her apartment because her mom didn't have time or the want.
I didn't use you to go check out my apartment. You were willing to do a virtual tour for me. Virtual tours, if anything to hold over you. Clearly it is, Spooky. Clearly it is.
A lot of people were confused about this virtual tour, and I think younger people are confused because there is a thing called virtual tour where you can usually like go online and virtually see, your apartment. But I think at the time, this was before those were pretty common. And so what Amber meant was, would you go to the apartment complex and FaceTime me or video record a tour through the place? Looks like someone's vacuuming, so I'm gonna have to pause it for a second, you guys. Okay, we're back.
But what got me here the other day was the theater stuff that just recently happened with...
Oh, that's what got you. You saw your niece in distress, hyperventilating, crying on camera, heartbroken, embarrassed, and ashamed. And you say, you know what, let's make it worse. Crazy.
With Emily and stuff, I tried to warn my sister when I first heard of her first. I said that girl was not good for Amber. She's gonna kill your daughter.
You have not spoken to my mom since I've known Emily.
She's gonna beat her till she dies like she did her wife, right? Oh no, we want
Her wife? Like, literally, you have all the information so fucking twisted. That wasn't her wife, first of all. No, that never fucking...
I mean, besides it just not being her wife, it was her girlfriend. All the other facts about about what happened is true. It's just the one, the wife, the girlfriend, that label doesn't matter to the big picture of what she's trying to say, Amber. Come on.
Like, genuinely.
So sweet. She bought this for us. She came and visited. Oh, she rents a Jeep. Okay? Did you not hear what I just said? She likes obese women to the point of...
You're also obese, and you're also married, and you have a girlfriend. So that means your partner's also, like, obese.
There's a difference between, obviously, being attracted to, people who are bigger, whatever however you want to phrase it, and feederism, right? There's one is very morbid and one's very normal. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I don't know what to tell you at this point.
Try anyway and see how this video turns out, to be honest with you.
Like, I'm allowed to be in this isn't about Emily. Like, genuinely, this isn't about Emily. It's not about...
This was Girl World Watch, I would wait, but...
feeders. It's not about... Fat people are allowed to be found attractive, too.
It would have been one of the happiest days of my life if Amber would have came.
Yeah, I'd say that's true. I think there is, depending on how you, label things, right? I think being attracted to fat people is normal. I think being attracted to morbidly obese people is not normal,
My wedding.
I couldn't.
I loved her that much. I never gave up on that.
I'm not attracted to exclusively thin people, but I'm also not attracted to morbidly obese, right?
No matter how many fights we got into, no matter how many times she outright just lied to me, she tried blackmailing me. I mean, the thing she has done is incredible. But I still...
I'm trying to think of what I blackmailed her on, because that's not true.
I have 3 grown children. I have grandkids. None of them have nothing to do with them.
That's literally not true. And if you want to talk about your children, one of them hates you, despises, wouldn't cry if you died. That is literally what she told me.
Well, it's become almost an addiction for me when you follow anybody, right?
I'm her addiction.
Man, Amber's family is just such a mess, y'all. Everybody's family has stuff, but this is just, it's every single one. I don't know if I could trust any of them. Genuinely, I don't know if I could trust a single one.
And years later.
Amber told me there was so much stuff to tell me about Jade that was gonna just surprise me, and she was horrible, and she did horrible things, and all these things, and she was gonna...
This is none of my aunts. She does not have a right to be speaking on any of my relationships or anything.
Tell us all about it as soon as she got here.
And that makes me so glad that
I mean, you don't have a right. I mean, we have a right, Amber. Anyone has a right to talk about you, especially when you put your whole life on the internet.
tell her anything. That makes me so glad, because whatever happened between me and Feline, it should have just stayed there.
She keeps them very secluded from her people.
No, I don't, because literally when Emily was here, I could not wait to be around family. I could not wait to introduce her to my mom and all of us hang out with my grandma, my stepdad. So that's not true. It's just you, because I f***ing despise you. Because remember the last time you went to Kiwi Farms? I'm scared of you. I'm scared of your lies. I'm scared of your betrayal. And
didn't she go to Kiwi Farms in response to Amber saying that her aunt hated her because she was fat? Like, how is Amber continuously turning that around? Like, Amber, you're the aggressor in this situation. How are you trying to turn this around onto your aunt? Like, you basically started it. You made the first video.
my whole night is completely wasted. I had plans. I was going to do this, do that. Not like out of my apartment, but...
That's such a gross manipulative thing, you know? Like, it's like you get in a fight. It's like, well, I was going to do this for you. I was going to give you $100, but now that you did this, I'm not going to do it. Like, it's so immature and, like, just gross, you know? It's giving, I'm not going to invite you to my birthday party.
Apparently, it sucks that it has to go like this, but at
Oh, you already regretting it? You should.
the end of the day, you just gotta let it out sometimes. I've been holding
Yeah, you could have let it out to me, to my mom, but no, you're like, you know what? Amberlynn's in distress. Let's make it worse.
it up and make things better. There's nothing they can say or do at this point. And
I could see, like, if what the aunt is saying, you know, is true and we trust her, I can see how she feels like maybe reaching out to the internet might be, like, her only other option. Because, you know, we're assuming that, you know, Amber's known this girl for a while. They, like, lived together for a second and, you know...
that's why I'm doing this, to make sure to, you know, cap lock it in. Destroy
Oh.
anything that could have possibly been left or do at this point.
Let's listen to that part again. That's why I'm doing this. To destroy anything that could have been left.
All right, let's just run right into the next one, y'all.
He needs prison.
Oh my god. I didn't notice this in the last one.
My bowels had
Paying attention.
to be released. I could feel it everywhere. I had crapped my pants.
Prison.
This is the era that I started like really watching Amber. Michael B. Petty era. Oh my God, y'all. It's good times. All right, we're speeding her up to 1.25, 1.3. All right, let's check it out.
She needs prison.
I kind of have OCD.
You mean OBCD? Was that your bones?
Yes.
I've been grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
Well, girls, the drama here in Girl World, especially the Amberverse, never stops. This time, Emily has been pretty active in another creator, who goes by the name Zio the Dreamer's chat. Now we know Emily and Zio follow each other on
Zio the Dreamer. I'm gonna have to write this one down. Hold on, y'all. Just need to put that in my back pocket. Okay.
Instagram and interact with each other in their comment sections. But to take it a step further,
I know like one thing about that creator from Alan Roberts, and the only thing I'm aware of is it's like a fat influencer that got so big she had to be hospitalized and go through like physical therapy, and she'll like live stream from the hospital, like mukbanging and stuff like that. And yeah, seemingly now Tammy is in her DMs or something, maybe trying to make Amber jealous.
in one of Zio's recent TikTok lives, Emily was sending her gifts and even slid into her DMs. The TikTok gifts were recent, like as in a few days ago, and sliding into the DMs was a while back when she and Amber were still together, according to Zio. Now it's no secret this creator is currently bedbound and is also in a rehab facility, as that's what she states in her IG bio and where she's been live streaming from. We know this was in fact Emily because that exact account under the name Tommy aka Thomas Slom is the same account Amber would always tag Emily in. So, when Hater Nation caught on to this and the info started circulating, Emily quickly changed her profile name and pic.
Like, how does anybody know anything about you?
Emily does this every single time she's caught, and I don't understand why she does that. It makes you look more guilty, you know? I guess you change it so that you may be saving face for, like, a few people or something, but...
What do you mean? I mean, like, the only things that the internet ever knows is what you show them, right? Right. I didn't do nothing. Somebody posted it, and now they're posting Reddit stuff. I'm not a villain, guys. Oh my god, I can't. Actually, there might be a little kid. Pisses me off is that Amber probably is gonna find out about this because people keep talking about it, and I know she's probably, because I know girls, and I know she's probably gonna be like, ew, Tommy would never like her. She's probably gonna be like, I'm so much better, and I'm actually mobile, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like hating on me, when babe.
Well, I think Emily wants someone immobile, so. You
don't really even know me. Hello? Yeah, but you would do the same thing. No, I wouldn't. Yes, you would. I've never talked shit about her. Yes, you would. Sky, I've never talked shit about her. Talk shit. Sky, I've never said anything about Amber. I've never made fun of her. Amber. Like, oh, f that bitch. Mother, I'm not talking about Amber. I'm not talking about Amber. You're saying it's okay for her to look at me and be like, no, I'm not yeah, Tommy would never hit that. No, I'm not saying it's okay for any of that to happen. But I'm saying knowing that there's bullshit and having anything to do with it is a choice that you are free willing to make. I don't want nothing to do with it. Then don't. I don't want nothing. Nobody put it and made you. All right. You did that all by free will. Take some accountability. I didn't do anything. Girl, you know what you did. You're gonna make them think I did something. I don't hate Amberlynn. How I know about Amber is because people comment on my stuff and they're like, I thought I had a salad, or I thought I got a salad, or I thought I got an apple. She was gifting fucking coins. She was gifting fucking corns. You know what that is? It's nothing. It is their relationship, or was, or whatever the case may be. I honestly, see, I almost said something. My prediction is they're gonna get back together. And damn, I don't even want to talk shit. We're gonna set the record.
Kind of sounds like this is the perfect relationship for Emily, to be honest with you.
Straight, I don't know who the fuck is watching this right now, but I didn't slid into any DMs, okay? I didn't slid into any DMs. My DMs are slidable. People slide in them, and I decide if I want to talk to them. And let me tell you something, it took me forever to respond. Weeks. I have proof. Weeks. Okay? It took me weeks to respond. I shouldn't have said that out loud. You guys are just getting shit from me now. I don't like that. I'm just saying, it all started with this girl. She came on my IG. This girl on Instagram commented, Zio slid into Emily's DMs. That shit pissed me off. But that pissed me off. Like, me message somebody. I was gonna say something. Damn, I gotta watch my fat mouth.
And then we've got Aunt Tammy, who's been making quite the use of her YouTube community tab.
Bittersweet. Coming from a family that makes you feel you have to prove everything at some point or another. I save everything. In addition, it's made me a very honest person, almost to a fault.
I used to be friends with someone who made me want to do stuff like this, but I ain't doing none of that right now.
But it's easy for me to keep my stories straight that way. My stories don't change depending on who I'm talking to. The good, the bad, all truth. Gosh, looking through all these conversations, been a very long road to arrive at a dead.
And now Aunt Tammy is back for round 2 and talking to reaction channels, and Amber's reacting to that live.
I don't know what that means. Thanks for super chat. Okay. Oh, now okay. I didn't know sending one message to someone is a harassment. Pop off. Okay. I was having stress heart palpitations earlier and last night. Just a floating head. Is my camouflage working? Hi, baby. Anti-boring and serving lukewarm tea. Oh my god. It's like genuinely not it. And
someone like clipped a picture of Amber here and like compared it to the beginning of the year, y'all, and like it is crazy how I genuinely can't tell like the progression of weight gain, but then when you put it side by side like that, I'm like, oh my god.
It's never gonna be it, and it's not it for me. Oh, Rosie, I'm gonna make fun of anyone's looks if they make fun of mine. So I just want to start off, actually, I have a few notes before I start actually reacting to this. Imagine undiagnosed BPD, thrown around, just got out of like thrown around foster homes, kicked out again, like thinking you're gonna have this relationship with your mom. Like, yeah, I was a little hecticana, but like you're hecticana because why? Like, you were a lot older than me. I could have learned by example, but instead I was thrown out yet again, all because like I stood by my mom's side. But like, let's talk about like what happened the last 2 years. I have genuinely done nothing to you. I can't believe anyone is questioning your BPD. You are very BPD. I am very BPD. You have to have awareness to be able to heal from it somehow. You can't fully heal, but you can like work on your shit. Like, it's something I'm gonna have literally forever.
Truly, that's been my world for the longest time. Like I had posted earlier, come from a family where you know you're gonna have to prove that you're not lying or that you're telling the truth or whatever at some point, and that's why
I never once like called her a liar.
Keep every conversation I've ever had with this girl. So I've been looking through a lot of them today. The one thread, because of course she's had several different phone numbers throughout the years, but one goes back, 5 years, just on the one that I looked at today. But it talks about a lot of the things that she likes to talk about. Of course, I have my receipts and she don't keep anything.
You don't keep anything. I still have all my phones, so that means I do have my receipts and I do have my text messages.
So the November 1st date,
I've kept my previous phone just because it's still operational, it still has a camera, I can still do stuff on it, and so I just like have it as like, I don't know, a backup camera or anything. I can't even, it's not even charged, right? It's like right over there, but I have an old flip phone just because it's like a cool like relic, right? My first flip phone or whatever from high school, but I am not saving text messages like this, y'all. I feel really bad if you're a part of a family that has to do stuff like this, but if you're in a relationship or a friendship with people that make you feel like you have to do stuff like this, like you should really think about making an exit. I feel like from personal experience, when you're in situations like this, it can really take up a lot of your, what am I trying to say? Like, I was a lot less of a creative person when dealing with stuff like that. It takes a lot of my energy, I feel like.
This is my sister's clean date, but as most of you seen on her video, the way she said she even got married on my mom's clean date as if it was some crazy psychotic decision that I made because I'm obsessed with them or so here's the truth.
Right, so remember when Amber said that the aunt got married on the sober date? Well, we're about to find out the truth about that.
Behind that. That is my anniversary date with my husband. We got together on November 1st, 2012.
I actually genuinely don't care.
Isn't that an interesting response, y'all? I genuinely don't care. Like, just so smug. Like, Amber, you were just proven wrong. Like, hardcore wrong. Like, you were just proven to try to manipulate a narrative to try to make your aunt look bad, when in reality, she didn't care if she was sharing a date with anybody. Girl.
I genuinely don't care. You cheated on your husband to get with this guy.
You cheated on your husband to get with this guy. Remember, she was in a very dangerous relationship that she said the man took death do us part very seriously. And Amber knew this.
Genuinely don't care.
Kind of
you shared your special day. Like, okay, that sounds narcissistic.
This is going to be the last day I use because it's my sister's anniversary, or vice versa. So it just shows Amber for Amber.
Normally, I wouldn't care about something like this, but I think it's because, like, I've known my aunt since I was 17, and she does make other people's joy, like, about her. I was so excited.
Well, Amber, you're making your mom's pain about you right now by saying the only reason that you and your aunt are fighting is because of your mom, and now you're getting so upset over this. And you're like, my mom's going to be so mad. She's going to never forgive you. Like, you're literally doing the exact same thing, but for a different emotion.
And I was about to move into this apartment. Like, my aunt made it about her. She got so mad at me. Like, she blew up at me saying how she's never going to come visit me because of where it's located. Like, it was like unhinged. I started bawling my eyes out. She was so rude, genuinely about my happiness. My aunt is a known, like, it's all about me type of deal.
Every single year that my sister celebrated a sobriety anniversary date, I would get her medallions. I would make her t-shirts. My mother was getting in my sister's head saying, well, you know, because knowing that I celebrated my sister's sobriety to the extent that I did, my mom was saying.
And then you stopped doing that because you and my mom got into an argument 2 years ago. So, sorry, I got distracted. I saw my dad's name, but thank you for the money. For the last 2 years, I have cried to not only my mom, but I've cried to my grandma about why is my aunt doing this? Like, why didn't she say happy birthday to me? Why didn't she invite me to Easter? Like, why won't she respond to my text? Like, why won't she call me? Why won't she come visit me? Like, she knows I don't drive. She knows I don't have a license. Like, she has a license. She drives. She has a car. She has the freedom that I do not have. So she has it like one step easier. Like none of that ever.
Amber's like, she has the car, she has the freedom, she has more what than I have? Girl, what?
Happy birthday to me. Why didn't she invite me to Easter? Like, why won't she respond to my text? Like, why won't she call me? Why won't she come visit me? Like, she knows I don't drive. She knows I don't have a license.
She knows I don't drive. She knows I don't have a
She
license.
has a license. She drives. She has a car. She has the freedom that I do not have.
She has the freedom that I do not have. Amber, you have all the same freedoms that she does. You're just too lazy to get a driver's license and learn how to drive. Probably because you just enjoy other people doing stuff for you. And not only that, even if you want to use that as an excuse, Uber has been a thing for so long, taxi services have been a thing for so long, it don't take more than 60 seconds to get a car pulled up to your house, or, you know, queued up to pull up to your house to go somewhere, Amber. Terrible excuse.
She has it like one step easier. Like none of that ever happened. And it's not because of me. Keep ignoring your super chats. I'm sorry, but
oh, is it so hard, Amber? Is it hard for you to call it Uber? Oh, must be so hard.
Trying to like do this and like have a lot to say. It's hard for me to like do everything at once. But and super chats like get.
Oh, is your job so hard? Reading super chats so hard. Oh.
Off of my like the topic of what I'm saying. So now I don't even remember what I was saying. So.
That day, I presented my sister with a very special medallion privately at my wedding. And I have text and pictures and all that to prove every bit of that. Should I have to prove it? No. But again, I have it all in case I have to.
It was a micro
So
expression.
now I don't remember what I was saying. So
I'm going to go back and see. So it's around here. She goes like that.
Presented my sister with a very special medallion privately at my wedding. And I have text and pictures and all that to prove every bit of that. Should I have to prove it? No. But again, I have it all in case I have to. So when she said that, it really did shake. I was just like, wow, this girl is just beyond a piece of work. She says that I never tried to be a good aunt to her. When I read back all these texts that
she just said she hopes you disown her. I haven't gotten there. It is what it is. But like, I don't give an actual shit about what happened in my mid-20s, what happened in my early 20s, what happened in my 20s in general. During my whole 30s, things have been fine. And this is just becoming extremely overwhelming to the point that I'm having literal heart palpitations. Like, it's not just this, but it's just with everything going on online. And then the things that in my real life that I also do not talk about. I've always been like trying to be a good like aunt to her. No, let's talk about the nows. Let's talk about the last 2 years. Let's talk about the 5.
I am done with this girl over the years. I wish I had an aunt like me.
Yep.
Did she just...
Amber gets so giddy off of her saying this, and I get both sides, right? I don't think, you know, initially I didn't think that Tammy said this with like narcissistic intent. I just think she saw the text and saw how much she would like forgive Amber, and was like, dang, I wish, I had an aunt that would forgive me for all my transgressions or whatever. And Amber takes this as like, oh my God, she's narcissistic. I'm going to have to write this down on my computer and timestamp it for what? Like, are you about to make a Tammy compilation live video? We know you're not. You can't put any effort into your videos, girl.
Say, I wish I had an aunt like me. If that's not a narcissist, I don't know what is. You want an aunt like that? Honey, you're not going to get one because they're very rare. To be that monstrous and cruel is very rare.
I wish I had anybody in my life that tried as hard as I did to be a person for Amber. Do it all. Even when she disrespected me and lied to me over the stupidest things that didn't even need to be lied about.
It's like this whole lying bit. I have talked about this literally even recently. How when I was undiagnosed with BPD, I would go through the lengths of...
She is still undiagnosed with BPD, I think. I mean, she's... In the last couple live streams, she just like randomly dumps stuff like... I think she has mentioned CPTSD a long time ago, but I've been mentioning it in videos that I talk about her, and out of nowhere she starts mentioning complex PTSD. I also said through the grapevine recently in a video, and she also says through the grapevine. Yeah, girl.
I would do these tiny little lies just to prevent people from like leaving my life, just because I had that such strong fear of abandonment. And that is something with BPD that they do. And so when I was diagnosed, this awareness clicked. I was like, whoa. So to continuously throw things in my face that not only did I think that we healed from, but we apologized from, and we have talked about ad nauseum, especially to throw it in my face publicly, is monstrous. And I hope you do find an aunt like that, but you won't, because they're rare.
But I still wanted to keep loving her. And part of the reason why I'm so hurt right now, she says that she texted me in February.
I'm not gonna quit you.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Something with that picture, that was true, and I did only heart it. Oh my gosh, I'm such a horrible person.
Like, it hurt my feelings that all she did was heart it, because I'm sitting here trying to like reach out. The fact that like she only hearted it, it was like the last straw for me, where it's like, okay, I can see through the lines. It's very clear to me this woman like wants nothing to do with me, and I genuinely don't know why, because I didn't do anything. You're genuinely just like out for blood, and honey, I have plenty of blood, and now I'm also out for blood. So like my aunt is glued to her phone, and it's like I know based on the past, when my
projection
aunt is out of town for work, she's still glued to her phone. She can still respond to me. You can respond to me when you get home. You can respond to me when you get back to the hotel. You can respond to me when you're peeing. You can respond to me, but you didn't because you chose not to. I'm a lot calmer this stream, you guys, because I'm telling you, the heart palpitation stuff like genuinely scares me. I don't want to die early. I don't want to die due to stress. Can you imagine? God.
I was. Because if you think about it, I waited all this time for Amber to not only be in my life in a healthy way, but she's moving like 10-minute drive from me. Like, holy crap, I was so excited. Let me just use my mom as the example because it's part of the formula. So I'm talking to my mom. She's in my life. And my sister is talking to my mom. They're in each other's lives, right? My mom doesn't have a lot going on in her life. She's elderly. She's sick. She doesn't really do a lot. So really the only thing that she has to talk about is medical stuff and me and my sister. So when she talks to my sister, she may say, oh, your sister's in so-and-so city. They're doing this. Or your sister's sick. It's just normal conversation. It's not talking bad about the other person behind the back or stirring the pot. It was just...
When I'm with my grandma, we talk about all kinds of stuff. Like, we laugh so hard our ribs hurt.
Amber went over to my mom's house one day and was playing...
Good for you, Amber. Oh my God.
...cards, and maybe she didn't like...
She's just trying to make it seem like she has a better relationship with her grandma than Tammy does.
The way Amber was talking to my sister, it would mention that to me. So when Amber says I haven't been around for 2 years, I don't know nothing.
You're not gonna rip.
I know a lot.
When I first moved here, me and my mom would have very, I'm gonna say right in the beginning, it was kind of lighthearted. It was like that honeymoon phase of like, oh my God, like, and then as like a couple months go down, like you have to talk about the hard stuff. Me and my mom were talking about getting mother-daughter therapy together.
You can read between the lines, I know a lot. My sister is obviously shaken up by this, but I heard on the end of that call, it's very, very low reactive because
My mom is very shaken up, which reminds me, when my mom called me in my last live stream, I immediately told my mom, you're on live stream. So my mom was very low energy. She was not going to share anything super personal. But after the live stream, when me and my mom saw each other and communicated, it was a completely different story. My mom is genuinely hurt by this. Not only is she hurt, but she is genuinely shocked.
They know how I am and that I keep all receipts because it's something
Are we believing that?
I've said since day one.
Because, that is a fair argument. I called and then they were like, I'm on live stream. I would definitely watch my mouth.
So it's weird that she's like, I keep all receipts. That's like a weird thing to say, like in general.
2 hours later.
It is what it is. I try my very hardest every day to be a good person. And for my aunt to put this all on blast is gross to me.
All the things that she said in that video.
If Amber really did change within this time period and she's really trying to be a better person, she really believes it, I just don't believe she would be this upset over it. You don't care about your aunt, you truly believe that you're a good person. Why is any of this bothering you?
To get to me. The bed bugs, that's pretty funny that she even brought up bed bugs at the time that she did, right? Yeah, it's to make me come off like I'm this dirty person, right? There's a little bit of truth in that. My house did have bed bugs just a few weeks ago. We stay in hotels almost every weekend. And when my husband came back from Salt Lake City, we got a couple bites on our arm. I got rid of my bed and my living room furniture. It's just the way she says it, as if it's this horrible,
This isn't the first time that someone has genuinely used me as a punching bag, because I always forgive.
You said yourself, I haven't seen you in 2 years. Why would I be taking out the fact that I have bed bugs out on you?
Then why are you doing this? My mom came up with a good thought. She was like, I wonder if her seeing us at the Chinese buffet, because we went to the Chinese buffet like a week ago, and my aunt, the only reason why she knew is because she was also there, but she saw us, we didn't see her. My mom was wondering if she saw all of us, me, my mom, my grandma, and my stepdad, all of us just laughing, having a good time, and it pissed her off. And while I'm over there crying about it, she's thinking of when can I speak to Snowflake? Like, what?
In fact, when people heard that, people got down, they're like, you're one of the cleanest people I know. I'm like, yeah, but
I went to your house, you are not one of the cleanest people. I was in your home.
And then another part that I heard was, in her old video when she came, we went out to bowling and we went camping, and then when she came.
So this is when Amber was talking about how she had so much fun when she would visit her aunt when she was 17. So she didn't live with her. She would visit her aunt, and the aunt would do we'd go bowling and do all this stuff like you do when you visit your cousins that live, far away. You don't see them all the time. Usually, do a lot of stuff with them in a short period of time because you're not going to see them again. And then Amber thought, I guess that's how life was going to be every single day if she moved in with them, and it wasn't, and then she gets upset about it. And she's 18 and complaining about not having food. Get a job. And I'm just going to keep it 100. There's a lot of things Amber went without in her childhood, but it is very clear that food was not one of those things.
Back to live with me, it was boring and we didn't have food. And something I'd like to say about that is I was struggling back in those days very much in multiple ways.
You made it seem like this was a secure place. I was someone who was in foster care. There was so many people there. My mom had to sleep on the floor. It was a mess.
Amber's victimizing herself right now because she asked her aunt. She said, can I live with you now that I'm out of foster care? I'm 18 years old. Can I live with you? And the aunt says, sure. I bet she was like, we don't have a lot of food or something. I bet you she was super honest with her. And then Amber gets pissed off because she's like, I thought it was supposed to be a stable place. I just came out of foster care. Girl, come on.
There was cockroaches, there was no food. I helped with the food stamps. I was very glad to help. I didn't get a job because
Why didn't your foster parents want to keep you? Why didn't they just say, oh, you could just stay in our house, until you get settled? Why did you move out so fast? I don't know the full lore on her, her stuff, so I really, really have no clue.
Nothing. I didn't have a car. There was no such thing as Ubers back then. Anything. I didn't have internet. I didn't even exist pretty much.
And then she lied and said about food stamps. She never got food stamps living with me.
Yes, I did. I had food stamps living with you, and I had food stamps with grandma. This is the first.
Someone should do research into this. Because I thought, don't you have to have a job or something to get food stamps? Or is it really you just how? I just don't get it. You just like go to the government and you're like, I have no money or food, and then they're like, okay, we believe you, and then you just get food stamps. Like, you don't have to like prove that you're gonna get a job, or like what's the deal with all that? Someone let me know.
Time she's actually like downright lied about something. Right here, she just lied. That is the first time she has lied.
She didn't live with.
Notice here, Amber just said this is the first time she's actually lied. Do y'all think this was like a, what is it called when something accidentally slips from your tongue? Freudian slip, right? You think that was what's going on right here? I kind of do.
Long enough to get food stamps.
How do you get food stamps receipts? Because I wish I could show them.
So I thought about this too. Don't you have to report that to your taxes or something like that? I would assume taxes have something to do with food stamps, right? I literally don't know nothing about nothing, y'all, so.
And I asked her, Ashley, I'm just wondering if I can't remember something. When Amber did,
yeah,
I don't even have to finish. And I was like, she never has food stamps. What is she talking about? On top of that, my daughter was only 18 years old at this point, and she was working at a Sonic drive-in. And when Amber and her brother were trying to fly home, their baggage was too heavy. So they would either had to have left some stuff at the airport.
My aunt is twisted. This is when I was too big and I had to buy an extra seat. So I had to call my foster mom and she had to buy another seat for me. What? When I was on my way to Oklahoma, I was sitting down. They came up to me and they said, can you come here? They pulled me up to the little desk thing and they said, you're gonna need another seat. They could just tell based on my circumference, if you will. At that time, you guys, I was like 420 pounds. So I was big. Like, I was a wide load. 10 to 15 minutes, I had to get onto that plane. I started bawling instantly. I called my foster mom. I'm not gonna lie, my last year of foster care, I lived with my friend's parents and they were pretty wealthy. Instantly, I knew, okay, they're gonna be able to help me in this moment.
How come you didn't continue to live with them after foster care? Were you not invited to stay?
Thank God. My luggage was never too heavy. It was because I was too big and my foster mom had to literally pay for me to get an extra seat. I actually have a story time about this on my YouTube. What the fuck? I'm genuinely so confused of how she took that story and turned it into something, like warped it into something that's not true. When me and my brother went to visit, my foster family gave me and my brother money for the time there. So they did not have to spend any money on us.
Or they have to pay extra for a plane for the baggage. So my daughter at 18 paid it.
You didn't hear the full story though. I knew exactly what she was about to talk about because this is something that she said back.
So if you notice, Amber says that her foster parents were the ones that paid for it, that she called her foster parents and like that's how she got it taken care of. But Tammy says that she called Tammy's daughter and Tammy's daughter gave her the money and then said that the foster parents would pay Amber back or pay Tammy's daughter back, but the foster parents supposedly never did.
Kiwi Farms days.
And she said that the foster parents would give it back to my daughter when she got home, never got it back. This is the same girl that took in her mom several times when she had no place to go, but never once in the hundreds of thousands of dollars that she is.
It's not a different story. When I went to Oklahoma, that is when she is talking about. It was the exact same time. It's not a different story. She said on my way to Oklahoma, I was too big for the seat. I had to buy a new one. My aunt is talking about when I went to Oklahoma. You guys weren't there. I was.
Once to pay back that tiny little $60 thing that an 18-year-old child gave to her back then. Yeah. Yes,
if she wants $60, I can give her $60. Like, what the?
Yeah.
Well, the point is, when you're like 18 years old working at Sonic, $60 is a lot of money. When I was a lifeguard, I got minimum wage, like $7.25, and every year I would get a quarter raise. Isn't that fucking sad? And yeah, I remember working like 12 hours and making $50, maybe 8 hours and making $50, and I was like, this ain't it, y'all. There's no way people can survive off this.
Times I've stopped watching her YouTube, that I have seen what I thought to be every video she put out for years. And then there'd be times where I would have to stop watching. My whole entire family can tell you this. I wanted to know Amber so bad.
You ruined that though.
So I'm always trying, and I had to find out.
It's your fault.
About Amber through YouTube. I would even tell Amber, I'm not just another YouTube follower. I'm your aunt. I shouldn't hear every detail of your life through YouTube. So I'm going to quit watching your videos. And if you want me to be in your life, you can let me know what's going on in your life. Well, instead of doing that, she would wait and then she'd come, are you watching my videos again yet? I really wish you would. Yeah,
Yeah, Jessica, like, what?
By now, don't you think? I mean, that's not the intention. Never was, never will be. It's not that. I'm not jealous of Amber or her money. I live a very comfortable life. I don't need for anything. It's not about money at all. It's about her slowly killing herself, and I can't keep watching it. Yet, I was addicted to watching it, trying to help her. I couldn't stop. I still cannot.
And I want to stop here because I think there's a good portion of Amber's, like, old audience. Like, I used to watch Amber. That's how I started. You might be able to actually go on my page and look at all the comments that I used to make. There's comments on Amberlynn's page like 10, maybe plus years ago of me trying to help her. And you can slowly see how I'm realizing that this woman wants no help and that she's just a troll on the internet. You can literally see the progression through the months on my comments probably. But I think that's how a lot of people start watching Amber is they watch her and she's usually like complaining about, you know, her size or someone's, you know, making fun of her or I can't lose weight because of this. And you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to help this girl, you know? And so you'll comment and try to stick up for her without knowing like her full history, you know? And then you just slowly start to realize that she's actually like super duper crazy. And I think we do know that she's from kind of a, you know, not very normal family dynamic, but I can't help but wonder if would Amberlynn Reed be better or worse if she didn't make YouTube money, right? If she never got money for acting like this, do you think that she would actually make steps to like not be such a shitty person?
My brain cannot wrap around the fact. Let's even believe that, even though I could never, that she didn't really believe Emily was a feeder. Regardless, you know now. And after that big blow up that they had, and Emily did what she did, and all this stuff online, the very next day, we're talking again.
Okay, so you're telling me right now, a woman who was in an abusive relationship for 15 years, you think it's that easy to just be like, yeah, I don't love you anymore, I'm done talking to you? The fact that you can sit there and say that when you were in an abusive relationship for 15 years and you couldn't leave, that doesn't make sense.
It was like, well, I guess it was the realization that Amber really doesn't want to lose weight. And I truly had weight.
I do want to lose the weight. Like, I'm genuinely miserable. This has nothing to do with...
Remember when she like broke up with Emily and was crashing out over live and was like, well, at least I can lose weight now.
Emily, I bet you voted for Trump.
The talk about, oh, I don't know if she's still so...
And then she's like, I bet you voted for Trump.
That just to get underneath my skin. I don't drink alcohol anymore. She knows it's a touchy situation.
I don't believe anything you say.
Like, Amber, you need to chill.
Put that out there, saying I'm doing this because I may not be sober. I'm sober.
I didn't vote for Trump.
It's always another issue too. I am the only one in my
She's California sober, you guys.
family that had anything to do with this. That is a firm believer that my sister
there's
should not
something
give
you
up.
don't know.
I'm also California sober.
Would never drink while my sister's here. We have band practice at my house, and on those nights, we're definitely drinking nights. If we had him on a night that my sister made by, it didn't start until after she left. Amber had my sister take her to liquor stores to get those buzzball things.
I would never go to a liquor store for Buzzball. They're just at the grocery store. And every time I would drink, it's always like a last minute like thought process. It's never like, I never like plan to drink. So it's always something like, maybe I should drink tonight. And then I just like DoorDash it. So yeah.
Alcohol is like one of the worst things that you could ever consume, you guys. You're gonna have negative health effects if you drink every single week, whether it be if you're a man and you have more than like 2 drinks in an hour, your testosterone, your hormone production is going to be affected. It's like one of the leading causes of cancer. And it makes you feel like crap too. I mean, it tastes like crap. Your body's natural reaction to drinking this kind of stuff is to spit it out. And I think that you should really sit and think about that.
What's wrong on that?
The Ozempic shot. This caused a fight with me, Amber, and my mom. Amber was making my sister come over to give her
I think in the past, like fermenting and like alcohol was kind of important to like make water like kind of drinkable, you know, but like I think we're past that point.
You guys know that my mom was giving my Ozempic shot. My mom's thinking about taking Ozempic herself.
shots because she couldn't give them to herself. Okay, and my sister's a recovering addict. She could have been a trigger just one time from doing that. Why would you even ask? I don't know, it'd be easy to play victim again if my sister was to realize.
And that's actually something I didn't think about is Amber's asking her mom to do her Ozempic shots. And apparently the mom used to like to do, one that you do intravenously. And I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Amber's like, Mom, come over here and give me my shot. And that genuinely might trigger her into wanting to do something.
Oh, Tammy, you're vile. And Jordy, you too. You're fucking sick. Karma will come.
Way of control is a way of Amber getting anyone to do anything for her. She loves it. She loves it. When I heard about it, then I tell my mom, I am livid. I can't believe this. Why would she have my sister even around a needle, let alone shit into her body?
My mom wants to take Ozempic herself. Are you going to get on her for that? I do not have my mom take me to alcohol stores. Like, everything you're saying is not founded in reality.
Maybe me and Amber need to get on a live and compare receipts and stories and see how that goes.
Let's do it. Get the fuck on my live, Tammy. Get the fuck on my live. We can do.
So she says all this, and Amber is supposed to go live on Tuesdays. That was like her new schedule or whatever, and so people were fully expecting her to go live regardless, even if it wasn't with Tammy, and she just like didn't go live. So a lot of people are thinking that she doesn't have receipts, doesn't have her receipts in order, you know, something along those lines.
Square up. I'm ready for it. Oh, I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her real good.
It looks like she just started her live stream and she
I don't think I've heard her laugh like that.
put ant in quotation marks. So I don't know if that is her disowning you or what, but
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so. I really do want it to be like over at the end of all this. Yeah, she's very manipulative, so we'll see how that goes.
I really want to message her and be like, I don't even count calories right now. I should. I know.
You know, at some point though, like, again, it's family, so I'm sure it's hard, but like if this was like a friend or something, like I would just be like 100% done, cut contact, block on everything, you know, email, like I'm talking block on everything, email, freaking AOL.com, AIM, like you're getting blocked on everything, and that's just that. That's on protecting your peace, y'all.
Wait, I'm just like, I'm going through it. All right, I texted her.
Hello.
I think I have it figured out. Oh my god, that was hectic. So now I know I can just have my aunt like call me through Instagram. Okay, cool.
Work, yeah.
All right, thank you.
If y'all on Facebook, that might even be better because the.
How did I forget about Facebook? Oh my god, Keemstar is. I have to get a Discord. He wants me to. You know what? More so than ever, I might actually go pop up on a show over there. Like, I don't even care about anything anymore.
I mean, she should at this point. Like, I don't know how she's going to recover from any of this. She's just got to fully commit to her being a horrible person in order to continue making money on YouTube, I guess.
So she ended this live claiming she messaged her aunt and invited her to have a chat via phone call on her channel. Apparently Tammy said she's ready whenever Amber is, and she's got nothing but truth and facts waiting for her. Are you going to be tuned in for that, or is that something they should handle privately? Is the tea getting cold? Let me know down below, and I'll see you girls in the next.
I do think the tea is getting a little bit cold, but I would love to see them on live freaking duking it out.
One.
I want to see Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reed box IRL.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
I need people to know that, like, mental things is scary. Like,
Okay, we'll stop there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was a good catch up for y'all. I think that's all I got to say. I hope Tammy and Amber go live together and pop off harder than last time. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching. Like, dislike, comment, and subscribe if you want.
talk to her.